Let us discuss today environmental sociology. Environment. Guys, stop the murmur please, वरना 2 की 4 क्लासेस हो जाएंगी. और आज और कल का दिन है, जितना टाइम लगा लो. क्यों, आज आपका जन्मदिन है? चलिए, environment. Should we be discussing environment in our sociology lectures? क्यों, हमारा क्या ही लेना देना है पेड़ पौधे पत्ते जानवर वगैरह? I mean, these are properly the subjects of or domain of zoology, biology, these subjects. Why are we talking about the environment in sociology? They are not. Environment is not a part of the society. Raise your hand and tell me. Human beings depend on the environment. Okay, great. In which way? What do we depend on the environment for? Food and water, some very essentials of life. Bitya? Society becomes healthy. So you're saying a clean environment is necessary for a healthy society. Can we stop the crosstalk, Bitya? Please, now, otherwise everybody gets disturbed. We are here talking about the natural environment. Okay, specifically, though syntax wise you may be right, but we are here really referring to the ped paudhe and janwar and all that.
Food habits, the dressing culture, all of these things are basically depends on the environment.
Lot of aspects of culture such as food habits and the dressing patterns depend on the environment. Wonderful. So yes, there is an important branch of sociology what we call environmental sociology. To be sure, friends, the founding fathers of the discipline of sociology like Comte and Marx and Durkheim etc., they had by and large neglected the environmental question. They were not too. Can we stop the crosstalk, bete? Why are you talking it again and again? Yeah, don't make me point out like this. Can we please stop the crosstalk, bete? How many times should I request you? So the founding fathers of the discipline had to a very good extent neglected the environmental concerns in their writings, except for a maybe a passing reference by Karl Marx when he writes about industrial pollution in cities etc. But by and large the founding fathers, dhanyavad bete, neglected the questions of environment in their sociological analysis. However, sometime in the second half of the 20th century, this field of environmental sociology began to emerge, or environmental concerns started getting reflected in the writings of sociologists in the second half, any 1960s and onward sometime. ठीक? I repeat, founding fathers neglected questions of environment. 1960s onwards, some focus environmental issues began to garner in the writings of sociologists. In the 21st century, environment seems to have become all important in sociological discourse and public discourse in general. In the 21st century, environmental concerns have become center stage. In fact, Weizsäcker Weizsäcker has termed the 21st century as, and I quote, he's called the 21st century as the century of environment. Meaning what? That in this century, various aspects of our social life will be affected by, will be informed by environmental concerns. Various aspects of life. It is as if, nothing will remain untouched by environment in sociological analysis. Whether it is laws. So do you see an environmental concern being reflected in laws? Any law that you can tell us which reflects environmental concerns in our country? Yes? The recent Motor Vehicle Acts. The car standards, automobile standards that this thing. So law and policy formulation, you find environmental concerns. In politics and administration, you will see environmental issues being taken up. Any administrative bodies that we have established and have become very, assertive or very visible while, developmental projects are being assessed, or the National Green Tribunal, for instance. Sorry? Kya forest? Forest Rights Act you are talking about, I suspect. Tribals के context में, बिल्कुल. So laws हो गए, politics हो गई, administration हो गया, migration patterns. How does environment affect migration patterns? Does it? Greatly. So for example, due to global warming, many of the low-lying areas, coastal regions particularly, are expected to get flooded, and that will result in what? Large-scale migrations out of those areas, and that will have a huge bearing on politics, on the infrastructure, so many aspects of life. Urban planning, उसमें भी environmental concerns दिखते हैं. जैसे आजकल एक चीज बोलते हैं green architecture. Have you heard of this term? What does it mean? Green architecture. बिल्डिंग को हरा पेंट कर दो ना. It is, basically earlier urbanization was considered as, or environmental destruction was considered as a natural corollary of urbanization. कि शहर बसेंगे तो पेड़ तो कटेंगे, राइट? तभी तो शहर बस पाएंगे. पेड़ काट काट के जब जंगल आप हटा दोगे, समतल कर दोगे, तभी तो शहर बस पाएंगे. Earlier, environmental destruction was considered as if a natural corollary or outcome of urbanization. But now the newer philosophy is what we call green architecture, green cities. तो city planning में, buildings construction में आप ऐसे materials use करो which are environmentally friendly. You make use of environmental resources. So buildings आपकी ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि sunlight खूब आए, ताकि आपके बिजली के बिल कम आए. पेड़ों को काटो नहीं, पेड़ों को somehow incorporate कर लो, तो बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग्स में उससे एस्थेटिक अपील भी बढ़ती है. एंड और एक और बड़ा फायदा है, एसी के बिल कम आते हैं, नेचुरल ठंडक बनी रहती है. ठीक है. तो अर्बन प्लानिंग में रिलीजन, हाउ विल रिलीजन बी अफेक्टेड बाय एनवायरमेंट? Will it be, or is it being affected by environment? क्या करूं नेचर वर्शिप का? अभी क्या हो रहा है? नेचर वर्शिप तो सदियों से चला आ रहा है. How? लैंडस्लाइड्स इन से रिलीजियस पिलग्रिमेजेस या जो हॉटस्पॉट्स होते हैं केदारनाथ बद्रीनाथ में आप देखते हैं, और रिलीजन से कैसे कनेक्टेड है वो, या कैसे अफेक्ट हो रहा है रिलीजन, जा नहीं पाते. ठीक है, दैट इज वन एस्पेक्ट की रिलीजियस टूरिज्म या पिलग्रिमेज. यस, हो गई ना आपकी दिवाली खत्म. हाँ, थैंक्स टू एनवायरमेंटल कंसर्न्स बीइंग. हाँ, होली पे याद आता है भैया सेव वाटर. जब वो दही हांडी होता है तब उनको बच्चों की चिंता हो जाती है, टूट जाएंगे. नहीं, सेव एनिमल्स ऑल्सो, है ना, कि बेचारा कुत्ता पटाखों से कितना परेशान हो रहा है. हाँ, चलो, we'll take our Hindu angst another time. But point is, this is how religious practices, which were somewhat very integral to modern Hinduism, they have been directly impacted. ठीक है, तो वेरियस एस्पेक्ट्स. इसीलिए वाइस साकर क्या कहता है कि 21st century is the century of environment. Please appreciate, friends, the relationship between man and environment is, कैसा रिश्ता है ये, वन वे या टू वे? टू वे. तो ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी इज अफेक्टिंग द एनवायरमेंट. How are we, or what we do, the way we live, how does it affect the environment? और पियो प्लास्टिक के कपों में चाय. हाँ, हाँ, क्या होता है इससे? बिल्कुल, सो पोल्यूशन होता है, एनवायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन होता है ना. आईपीसीसी खत्म. हाँ, आईपीसीसी रिपोर्ट्स, सक्सेसिव आईपीसीसी रिपोर्ट्स, इंटरगवर्नमेंटल पैनल ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज वाली, have highlighted that climate change या global warming जो है, caused by ecological degradation, caused by ecological degradation, primarily because of anthropogenic factors. Anthropogenic means man-made या human activity, है ना, which with origins in human activity. वही पार्सन्स वाली बात है, बट अब बड़े हो गए हैं तो थोड़े बड़े शब्द हमें इस्तेमाल करने पड़ेंगे. बेसिकली मैनमेड, जो 5वीं में पढ़ते थे मैनमेड, वो हम अब बोलते हैं एंथ्रोपोजेनिक फैक्टर्स की वजह से हो रहा है. एंथनी, यू नो एंथनी गिडन्स, वेरी गुड, गिडन्स. He has also highlighted that it is modern capitalism. Modern capitalism and industrial production is responsible for ecological destruction. ठीक है, हम अफेक्ट होते हैं क्या? क्या है ना, आई मीन अपार्ट फ्रॉम द फ्यूचर जनरेशंस बिट, अगर फ्यूचर को फ्यूचर में हम रहने दें तो कैन वी हैव यू नो सानू की काइंड ऑफ एन एटीट्यूड की. सो फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू हैव यू नो पोल्यूटिंग व्हीकल्स, एयर कंडीशनिंग की इनकी उन्होंने बात करी, दैट इज अ टॉपिक विच इज वेरी डियर टू माई, क्लोज टू माई हार्ट. आई कांट लिव विदाउट एयर कंडीशनिंग. इट रियली मेक्स आवर लाइव्स, the quality of human life, you know, day to day living much better, comfortable. So why should we bother? Really? Future को अगर छोड़ दें, or should we be bothered about it? टुडे, हाँ, डिजीज इंक्रीज हो रही है, और एब्सोल्युटली. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल द पैंडेमिक, द कोरोना पैंडेमिक, कोरोना हैड जूनोटिक ओरिजिन्स. वो कहीं पे किसी ने वो बैट वैट खा लिए, एंड फ्रॉम देयर यू हैड this pandemic which brought the entire world to a grinding halt. Also friends, because of climate change, it's not only in the future, it's happening today. Because of climate change, human lives are adversely affected in myriad ways. Whether it is heat waves, cyclones, रेन पैटर्न, बिल्कुल, वेदर पैटर्न, वाटर का जो फ्लो है वो डिस्टर्ब हो गया है. So many things. You have like extreme weather events. New kinds of diseases. So many things. वो यूवी रेस से क्या होता है तुम्हें? स्किन कैंसर वगैरह, हाँ, ऑल ऑफ दैट, राइट? सो लॉट ऑफ एडवर्स इफेक्ट्स ऑन ह्यूमन वेलबींग. We'll be discussing two things broadly. One is, and you will tell me, should I discuss this one? Now with this is like more of an introduction to environmental sociology. Now we begin on a more specific tasks. First thing which I want to discuss is sustainable development. Tell me honestly, should we, or do you have enough already? Because you may have discussed it in GS environment portion, geography, wherever, economics perhaps. Can we skip it safely? No. Okay, let's not. That's a very emphatic no. So definitely not. But you tell me, what do you mean by sustainable development? Using natural resources in a judicious manner. Very nice word she used, judicious manner. Continue. So that they can be conserved for the future generations. Quite nice, quite nice. Or anybody would like to explain it in any other way? Sustainable development. It is a buzzword nowadays. कि development कैसी होनी चाहिए? Sustainable होनी चाहिए. What do you mean by it? Sorry? Without? He is saying without impacting the environment. Can it ever be so? Your friends, let me rephrase, your competitors are saying it can never be so. हाँ brother. अच्छा, ये आपने वो डेफिनेशन कहां से निकाली है इन्होंने? मीटिंग द नीड्स ऑफ द प्रेजेंट जनरेशन विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग द एबिलिटी ऑफ फ्यूचर जनरेशंस टू मीट देयर ओन नीड्स. कहां की है ये? सही बोली है, और यही क्लीशेड बट स्टैंडर्ड डेफिनेशन अंडरस्टैंडिंग है और काफी सही है. फ्रॉम वेयर? व्हाट इज द सोर्स? ब्रंटलैंड कमीशन रिपोर्ट. बिल्कुल. वेरी गुड. So friends, see, when we say sustainable development, it emerged as an idea, as a critique of the current prevailing developmental approach. The idea of sustainable development emerged as a critique of the present developmental approach. In other words, when we say that we should have sustainable development, it was implicit that the current model of development is what? Unsustainable. The current model of development was criticized as unsustainable. What is this current model of development which is considered as unsustainable, and therefore we have developed this argument or this notion that we should shift towards a more sustainable developmental model? What is this current model of development which is unsustainable? Sorry, you know it, you've been witnessing it, you are using products manufactured by it, you've studied about it, huh? Very good. Rapid industrialization, focused on mass production, economies of scale, maximizing production efficiency, consuming a lot of resources, and in the process harming the environment. मतलब जो इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के टाइम पे शुरू हुआ था प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, दैट एंड विच इज कंटिन्यूज टू डोमिनेट टिल दिस डे, दैट इज क्रिटिसाइज्ड एज अनसस्टेनेबल. व्हेन वी से अनसस्टेनेबल मतलब वी कैनॉट कैरी ऑन दिस वे फॉर टू लॉन्ग. वी कैनॉट कैरी ऑन दिस वे फॉर टू लॉन्ग. So the argument which has developed with this notion of sustainable development is that the current model of development is very resource extensive. It is premised upon a very rapid and total exploitation of natural resources which are limited. The current model of development is unsustainable because it exploits the natural resources too fast. It depletes the natural resources at too fast a pace. ठीक. Now, this notion of sustainable development also indicates a paradigm shift in our understanding of what constitutes improvement in human life, or our notions of progress. The notion of sustainable development indicates a paradigm shift in our notions of progress. तरक्की का क्या मायने हैं वो बदल गए हैं. This is what this notion of sustainable development indicates. क्या मायने हैं? Earlier, the understanding of human progress, societal, economic progress was in terms of growth. Focus was growth. कैसी growth? Economic growth. मतलब focus क्या था? GDP बढ़ना चाहिए. The quantum of goods and services being produced by an economy should increase, should be maximized. वही तरक्की है. That is what is progress. ठीक. Over time, our understanding of progress somewhat expanded, broadened, and we started talking in terms of human development. Human development. ठीक. notion of human development any different from that of growth, economic growth? You know it. It's all GS economics perhaps. Or somewhere you would have come across it. Yes, tell me.
So basically, sir, growth simply focuses upon the faster rapid creation of the stock variable with the continuous flow of flow variables. While
हिंदी में बता दो, इंग्लिश में, नॉन टेक्निकल जार्गन.
let me put it, then I will rephrase it.
ठीक है.
But human development focuses upon not only this,
Guys, please stop the murmur. हाँ.
but human development not only focuses upon this aspect, but it also includes the inclusivity.
Very good.
Resources are generated and how they are distributed.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Except for the stock and flow thing where I lost him. I don't know about. Could you rephrase that?
Okay, sir. So stock is simply people could have studied in the GS part that it simply focuses upon the long-term fixed assets.
अच्छा. Fixed assets.
Created through the raw materials, that is the flow.
And stock
That is the stock thing, na?
or flow.
Flow assets are like raw material things.
So are you talking say efficiency कि कितना आउटपुट हो रहा है कितना इनपुट यूज करके?
That was these two terms highlights that they were focusing mainly upon the quantity.
क्वांटिटी. ठीक है. प्रोडक्टिविटी परहैप्स.
These are economic terms, sir.
ठीक है.
So earlier, early development was viewed upon in the terms of economic development. Now on human development, which includes health, education, and living standards.
Very good. Health, education and living standards. Absolutely. ठीक है. So our notion of what human progress is, what progress constitutes, has transformed from the earlier notion of somewhat limited notion of growth, which focused largely on economic aspects, to human development, which not only emphasizes on economic growth but also the social impact of that growth. So not only what kind of growth has been achieved, but how equitably it has been distributed, its benefits distributed amongst the members of the society. If growth was, measured in terms of, say, GDP, development is measured through what kind of parameters? The Human Development Index, which, as he rightly pointed out, consists of, this was developed by who? Amartya Sen is now more prominently associated, but another guy developed it, or was more intimately associated with the development of the concept of human development. You won't like it, but Pakistani. Mehboob-ul Haq, if I remember correctly. Not Mansoor, but Mehboob. है ना? यानी कि M था और मुसलमान था तो Mehboob-ul Haq थे, and yes, also Amartya Sen. Right? They have contributed immensely to the development of the human development approach, where the focus is not just on economic growth but also the social consequences, distribution of growth, measured through parameters like HDI, which has three ingredients, namely life expectancy, education and health. Is that right? Over time, our understanding of human progress has further, and this was around what time we are talking? Late 1980s and 1990s perhaps. Around that time this shift took place, and now our understanding of progress has further evolved to sustainable development. To the concept of sustainable development. Now here the focus is not only economic growth and its social impact, but also environmental concerns, or the health of the environment, the ecology. ठीक? And to capture this, you have measures like what we call green GDP. Green GDP. Not as popular or as widely applied as HDI, but it is a work in progress, the notion of green GDP. किसने दिया था ये? या some who have contributed to it? Scholars like Nordhaus and Tobin. Tobin, you may have heard Tobin tax? No? था कोई, छोड़ो. Nordhaus और Tobin. So they have highlighted, that we should shift towards measures like green GDP, which also reflect a concern for the impact of economic growth on the environment. Okay? Now, please, we'll briefly make note of the classic definition of sustainable development as outlined by the Brundtland report. Sustainable development refers to that development which meets the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs, without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. ठीक है? So this was a report way back in 1987 presented to the UN World Conference on Environment and Climate, something of that sort, simply called the Brundtland report. Okay? And they defined sustainable development in a very, this is the standard definition widely acceptable since then till date. ठीक है? To understand the concept of sustainable development, a very beautiful analogy, should I say, or very apt analogy is, if you have heard that story of the farmer who came across a geese that lay a golden egg. सुनी है? सोने के अंडा देने वाली मुर्गी की कहानी वही वाली. What is that story? That story is, there was this farmer, he came across this hen which would give one golden egg daily, and he was like going bonkers कि lottery लग गई, right? I have it all now. I am now going to become rich. And every morning that hen would give one golden egg. And the farmer was really making it. ठीक है? And he was really ecstatic. But then he thought, why wait so long? Right? It is such a tedious and long drawn process. Let me cut the hen into half and procure all golden eggs at once. So he cut the hen, and what was he left with? Babaji ka. So it is quite something similar man is doing to the environment. Mother Nature is bountiful. She is giving. But man in his greed is at a very rapid pace, exploiting and depleting the resources of nature, that he is harming whose interest? His own interest. Because of human greed, the pace at which we are exploiting the resources of nature is unsustainable, and it will hurt who? Us only. So Mother Nature is like that hen which lay the golden egg, and man is like that greedy farmer. ठीक? Also appreciate, friends, you know, the earliest concerns for environment were or they began to be expressed sometime around 1970s, 60s, late 60s and 70s. Environmental concerns began to be expressed in literature, in writings, in scholarship. So one of the early such pieces of literature was a book titled Limits to Growth. Limits to Growth by Donella and Dennis Meadows. In 1972 they wrote Limits to Growth, and it is so poetic that their name itself is what? Meadows. Meadows क्या होते हैं? हरियाली and like खेत खलिहान kind of. Yeah. So in which they painted a very dark picture for the first time, that the way man is exploiting natural resources, that very soon the developmental exercise will come to a grinding halt. For example, we'll run out of fossil fuels, which are so essential to the modern economy. To the industrial economy, fossil fuels are very, very vital. ठीक है? एक बात बताओ, one line of thinking in when there are discussions on the environment globally, in developing countries also, developed countries also, one approach to environmental questions is कि clean environment, it's a rich people's problem. What we in Hindi call अमीरों के चोचले. Simply, why? Because the poor cannot afford to be concerned about the environment. Why they can't be afford? Because they have more pressing concerns of meeting their basic needs. So likewise, poor countries or underdeveloped countries, they cannot afford to incorporate environmental concerns in their policy formulation, because their focus has to be on what? Growth, even if at a cost of environmental degradation, because your basic needs are not met. So first duty is आप अपने लोगों का पेट तो भरो, रोटी तो पहुंचे, ठीक है? And if in that pursuit there is an environmental cost which we have to pay, then so be it. तो ये जो साफ हवा पानी की बात होती है ना, ये अमीरों के चोचले हैं. And Western materialistic societies, Western culture is very materialistic. So this yearning for clean water and air, it is another item on the acquisitive agenda of Western cultures. उनके पास सब कुछ है. उनके पास of course उनका पेट भरा हुआ है and this and that. उनके पास गाड़ियां हैं, efficient public transport है, etc. उसके बाद वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं अब हमें इससे पेट नहीं भरा, अब हमें साफ हवा पानी भी चाहिए. बट जिनका पेट ही खाली है, लोग भूखमरी में मर रहे हैं, they can't afford to be concerned about environment. Therefore, bluntly, environment is a first world problem, rich people's problem. That poor countries, poor regions, they have to focus on meeting the basic needs of their populace through rapid industrialization and high rates of economic growth. ठीक है? Do you agree? Is this a correct line of thinking? Yes or no? Why no? Those who are saying no, why? How many of you are saying no? Raise your hands. Don't be so lazy. Okay. Why, brother? Why are you saying no? Stop the murmur here, yeah. Please stop the murmur. हाँ बेटे, stop murmuring. हाँ, stop talking amongst. छोड़ दो या तो बाद में देखो या quietly देखो. But don't disturb other people's communication with that, na? Because of your personal communication between two people. Please.
Because it may affect the poor ones. They know this, that this may be affected to them also.
Very good. Not only it affects the poor people as well. Whom does it affect worse? The poorer regions, the poorer populace, they are affected more adversely by the adverse consequences of, environmental degradation and climate change, etc. than the better off ones. Absolutely correct. So it is a global concern of all sections of the society, all countries, irrespective of the level of development. जो ब्रंटलैंड रिपोर्ट थी, उसका टाइटल था आवर कॉमन फ्यूचर. आवर कॉमन फ्यूचर. It was under the chairmanship of this Brundtland fellow. That's why it's called Brundtland report. But the title of the document was Our Common Future. In other words, friends, the consequences of environmental destruction are affecting all of us. All matlab the whole humanity. It is not a first world problem or a developed world problem. And in fact, the poorer populations are affected more. In other words, ये अमीरों के चोचले नहीं हैं. When a coastline is flooded, right, who will be affected? The villagers living in the coastal villages, they will have to flee their homes. They will have to leave things or carry their children and whatever limited things they can and go and shift to another city. Are you with me? Or another village. So it is the poorer sections who are amongst the worst affected due to environmental degradation. In 1994, Agenda 21 was released. And before that, 1992, what had happened? Rio Earth Summit हुआ था. RIO, Rio Earth Summit in 1992, where for the first time Agenda 21 was outlined. What was Agenda 21?
In 21st century,
something about net carbon emissions, etc. Right? And then 1994 में चाइना का एजेंडा 21 आउटलाइन हुआ था, which was the first country specific such policy formulation या agenda. ठीक. Now, what all do we need to, and then you have had several milestones such as the Kyoto Protocol, the Paris Agreement, etc. I am not getting into those details. Okay? Those you may come across in your GS preparation as well. I will be talking more holistically, as in what all needs to be done to achieve sustainable development. That will be our focus. And before that, one thing which needs to be emphasized is that sustainable development approach contends that, likh lo in fact, sustainable development approach contends that the current developmental approach of large scale industrialization mass production and unrestrained consumption is unsustainable, या इसको ऐसे लिखो, unsustainable काटो, is based on an economic model, which is resource extensive, big technology based, fuel guzzling, पीता है, फ्यूल पीता है बहुत सारा, GUZZLING, I suppose, fuel guzzling, resource depleting, ecologically destructive, and therefore unsustainable. ठीक है, full stop. Continue writing. A shift to a more sustainable development approach will require क्या? You tell me. and keep noting down also alongside. I'll not be dictating. Firstly, friends, we need to work at which level? International level, या country level, state level, panchayat level, which level to address or to have a sustainable development approach? All levels. So you require, and when you are working in these various levels, you need coordination between them. Please appreciate. Right? So we need to tackle the issue at all levels, from the local level to the international level. You need policy responses at all levels. You need mechanisms at all levels. Are you with me? And appropriate coordination between them. When we say coordination between them, what we mean? Simply any, say, national policy we make for addressing environmental concerns, say reducing pollution, it cannot be unmindful of international covenants or conventions or agreements that we have entered into. है ना? ठीक है? तो there needs to be some synchronization across levels. Secondly, अच्छा, broadly एक चीज बता दूं on the, when we are on the issue of sustainable development and international this thing, the broad this thing, there is a tiff between first world and third world countries, or that is somewhat insulting to us now, developed and developing countries. What is that fundamental tiff? These guys say, the first world countries say that now it is now countries like India and China which have large economies and which are growing at a very fast pace. These are contributing substantially to global pollution. So these are the guys who must very, effectively participate in taking countermeasures or measures to address pollution, etc. So they are trying to put the onus on fast growing large economies like India and China. What is our stance on the issue? Do we say कि ना हम ना करेंगे, या do we say हमारी जिम्मेवारी नहीं है? What do we say? What is our response to the issue? Sorry? What is our stance? Raise your hands and tell me. You would be aware.
So they say that earlier, like during the Industrial Revolution,
हाँ.
those countries have already done substantial damage to the environment.
Very good.
But they are not taking the.
हाँ. So the West is emphasizing on shared responsibility. We guys say the principle should be shared but differentiated responsibility. Shared but differentiated. So it's not, it's not everybody's equal responsibility. And premised upon the polluter must pay principle. Polluter must pay matlab those who have historically contributed maximum to the pollution, which is the Western developed first world countries. They are the ones who have to bear the burden. So हम कहते हैं हम लगा लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. You want some sort of mitigation mechanisms etc. पैसे दे दो बस. That is our this thing, that the burden should be borne by the first world countries. ठीक है? तो ये एक broad tiff या bone of contention रहता है in negotiations on such issues. ठीक है? चलिए, तो पहले हमने बात करी कि हमें appropriate policy responses at various levels and coordination between them चाहिए. दूसरा क्या चाहिए? Technology. Very, very importantly, it will require a massive technological shift to effect or give effect to sustainable development. We will require a massive technological changes. क्योंकि प्लीज अप्रिशिएट, अभी जो टेक्नोलॉजिकल बेस है मॉडर्न मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री का, वो लार्जली कंटिन्यूएशन है ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजिकल फ्रेमवर्क विच वाज डेवलप्ड ड्यूरिंग बैक 2 centuries बैक, और से ड्यूरिंग द इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन बाय एंड लार्ज. ठीक है, मतलब वही हैवी मशीनरी और फैक्ट्रीज फोकसिंग ऑन मास प्रोडक्शन, असेंबली लाइन प्रोडक्शन, वही सब चल रहा है. वी नीड टू नाउ शिफ्ट टूवर्ड्स कैसी टेक्नोलॉजी? इको फ्रेंडली प्रोसेसेस, ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजीज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्या होते हैं ये? एग्जाम्पल दो एन इको फ्रेंडली टेक्नोलॉजी. इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, सोलर पावर. दिल्ली में हमारे इंप्लीमेंट हुआ है सीएनजी इन पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट, मच क्लीनर फ्यूअल देन डीजल और पेट्रोल, है ना? न्यूमरस एग्जाम्पल्स अबाउंड. नाउ डू वी हैव सच टेक्नोलॉजीज? Are such technologies, have they been, should I say, invented or whatever, made, which are cleaner? Yes or no? Yes. Then what's the problem? Huh? हाँ, so mass deployment नहीं हुआ है of many such green या eco-friendly technologies का, and primarily because of the cost factor. ठीक है? तो we need to work on reducing the cost of, or and ensuring mass adoption of green technologies. एक चीज बताओ before we proceed. अरे 3 गोले बना रहा हूं, एक गोला ऊपर है, 2 गोले नीचे है. Out of these 3 golas, one represents the economy, the other represents society, and the third represents the ecology or environment. Out of these 3, which is, if we are talking about the sustainable development approach, which gola is most important, or which is this? Where does sustainable development lie? Yes? Absolutely. Absolutely. In other words, friends, sustainable development does not, as many think, prioritize environment at the cost of economic and social well-being. So sustainable development lies somewhat at the intersection. ये है sustainable development. ठीक है? मतलब it ensures equal focus on the 3 aspects: economic growth, social well-being or distribution, and environmental conservation. तो ये डायग्राम गलत है. The idea is that the 3 are in harmony. The economy, the society, and the environment are in harmony. That is the emphasis of the sustainable development approach. चलिए, एक हमने बात करी पॉलिसी फॉर्मुलेशन एट वेरियस लेवल्स, कोऑर्डिनेशन की. दूसरी बात करी टेक्नोलॉजिकल शिफ्ट की. थर्डली, it will require an attitudinal change. Attitudinal change. कैसा एटीट्यूड इनकलकेट करना पड़ेगा? फ्यूचर ओरिएंटेशन. Instead of just thinking of today, instead of just thinking of शॉर्ट टर्म कन्वीनियंस कि प्लास्टिक कप में चाय पी और कप फेंका. ठीक है? वी नीड टू इनकलकेट अ मोर लॉन्ग टर्म फ्यूचर ओरिएंटेशन.